A boy and a girl, both 16 years old and best friends since childhood, were getting ready for what was supposed to be a fun school trip. They were going hiking with their friends to explore some hidden caves in the mountains nearby. The school provided each student with a backpack, food, and water. All the students were excited, so they took photos and videos, laughing and joking around. The boy and the girl walked side by side as they climbed the rocky trail up the mountain. "I bet I'll be the first one to find the cave treasures," the girl said with a playful smile. "Don't count on it," the boy replied, his eyes twinkling with mischief. "I'm faster than you, remember?" They continued walking, bickering playfully until they reached the spot where the caves were located. Their class had split up into smaller groups, and now all the kids were running around, excited to explore. The boy and the girl decided to wander off on their own, chasing a colorful butterfly that kept fluttering just out of their reach. They followed it deeper and deeper into the mountains, not realizing that they were getting lost. At first, it felt magical. Towering cliffs formed natural tunnels. Sparkling streams trickled over smooth stones, and the sound of their own laughter echoed and bounced through the narrow passages. But soon, the trail disappeared behind them and they realized that they didn't know the way back. They kept walking, hoping to reconnect with their group, but the weather shifted. Dark clouds covered the sky. Cold winds howled between the cliffs, and the mountain, which had felt so welcoming, now seemed angry and hostile. The towering cliffs loomed like dark giants, and the playful breeze turned into a biting wind that whipped at their faces. When the rain started, the rocks loosened under their feet and the ground turned into a slippery mess. The girl slipped and stumbled. She lost her balance and found herself dangling on the edge of a cliff. The boy grabbed her backpack and pulled her up just in time. They looked at each other, their eyes wide with fear. The girl's face was pale. "We need to get out of here," she whispered, her voice shaking. The boy nodded, his own fear mirrored in his eyes. They started to run, pushing forward, hoping to find shelter from the storm. As they rounded a bend, they saw the mouth of a cave hidden behind some rocks. "There's a cave!" the boy shouted over the wind, and they raced toward it. The entrance was dark and narrow, and as they crawled through, the wind snatched their hats and jackets, tossing them away like discarded toys. Inside the cave, the air was damp and smelled of wet earth. Strange symbols were carved into the walls, and bats fluttered around them, their wings brushing against their skin. They tried to stay calm, but the torch revealed deep tunnels stretching endlessly before them. There was no way out. The storm raged outside, and with no shelter, they were at its mercy. "We have to wait it out," the boy said finally, his voice barely a whisper. They huddled together, the girl clutching her backpack, the boy holding a rock like a weapon. As night fell, strange sounds echoed through the cave, dripping water, the whisper of wind, and something else, something moving. The girl squeezed her eyes shut, burying her face in her backpack. The boy strained to listen. Then he felt it too. A soft thud followed by a rustling sound. Something was definitely inside the cave with them. A gust of wind suddenly extinguished their torch, plunging them into darkness. In the morning, they managed to climb out of the cave. Disoriented and scared, they looked for a way down the mountain. Their clothes were soaked and heavy, and their energy was drained from fear and exhaustion. They found some wild berries and ate them, arguing whether they were safe or not. Each step was harder than the last, but they kept pushing forward, supporting each other. After what felt like hours, they spotted a helicopter in the distance. It was part of the rescue team searching for the missing students. They waved frantically, and the helicopter changed course, descending slowly. Relief washed over them as it landed nearby. Soon, they were reunited with their classmates, safe but shaken. The adventure had been terrifying, but it had also forged an unbreakable bond between them, a silent understanding born out of shared danger and trust. The ordinary school trip had turned into a terrifying ordeal, a test of their strength, courage, and most importantly, their friendship.